the Fayette County Sheriff's Department will be deleted today by 2 o'clock. It's 12:34. Sorry. I'm getting bashed and get messages, but people are just so rude and unfair.
I often get the question, can public officials block me or delete my messages on social media? Isn't that a First Amendment violation? Well, some more West Virginia news today. The Fayette County, West Virginia Sheriff's Department has just deleted its own Facebook page following negative comments that they've received following a local incident. Here's what the sheriff said about why he did it. Sorry, but I'm getting bashed and getting messages. People are just so rude and unfair. He said they would just delete the negative comments, but they did that once before and got sued. So the only option is to delete the page. We deleted comments before and got in trouble for that, he said. Why is the public so upset at this sheriff's department? And what is the law on this? Can an official government social media page block you or delete your comments? What about a personal one belonging to a public official? First of all, this stems from a really tragic incident that happened in the past couple of days. An 11-week-old little boy died after being swept away by high water his mother drove into on Friday. A mother that was driving the vehicle apparently misjudged the depth of the water and drove into the road until she realized it was too deep. Deputies said that she tried to get the baby from the vehicle when it was swept away. Crews later found the vehicle submerged in about 18 feet deep water, with the infant still inside at about 2:30 p.m. on Friday. And this was reported by West Virginia Metro News. Then, for some reason, and I didn't personally observe this, so I don't know what the nature of the criticism was, people started posting critical comments on the Sheriff's Department's Facebook page. A review of one of the local news stories on Facebook doesn't show anything that pops out to me as even remotely critical of the Sheriff's Department regarding this incident. However, I can't really look now because the sheriff deleted the page. He did post a video explaining why he did it. Here it is.
No, it looked awful. All right. Just coming on in real quick. I know people's upset about these comments and stuff. We try to go through and get rid of the ones that are bad. Just let people know what's happened is we did that before and we got sued. So the only option is that we disable our page and turn it off. So the Fayette County Sheriff's Department will be deleted today by 2 o'clock. It's 12:34. Sorry. I'm getting bashed and get messages, but people are just so rude and unfair to everybody. We did it that way before, not having comments, but got courts, can't go into details about it because the page opened so many years ago with comments allowed, so you can't go in and say no more comments. Then we deleted comments before. And got in trouble for that. So people's just rude and uncaring, and I'm sorry, but and I'm praying for the family, pray for our first responders, and it's just a terrible, terrible thing. But as of 2 o'clock today, there will be no more Fayette County Sheriff's Department Facebook page. I'm sorry. So I'll send the information to the news still and everything like that. We just try to keep you all updated on certain things, and from now on, that's the only option I have. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry it does come to this. Pray still for that family and to the people that made comments and stuff. That's their right. That's their freedom. And that's the country we live in. And I'm sorry it comes to that. So can't delete them. Not going to. It's not rude. Then it costs you as taxpayers and the county money. So the Fayette County Sheriff's Department page will be deleted at 2 o'clock today. That way people can see this real quick. Have a great day and carry on.
Well, there it is. And that really does go to the heart of the First Amendment, the public expressing criticism of their public officials. They should be allowed to do it. Government doesn't have feelings, we know that. The West Virginia ACLU has previously been involved with this issue. They actually sent a letter to all the members of the West Virginia legislature about this, attempting to warn them from violating First Amendment rights on social media. They also have this handy flowchart, which I'll show you in a minute. So here's the basic law as you can read in this letter, which I'll I'll link in the description. The First Amendment protects the right to criticize public officials, period. New York Times versus Sullivan from the 60s. But it's not just limited to newspapers. The Supreme Court has referred to social media as a modern public square. Packingham versus North Carolina is the case. When the government provides a forum for speech, such as a Facebook page or even a YouTube channel, the government actor may not exclude certain speech or actors from that forum on the basis of their viewpoints. In 2019, the Fourth Circuit, which is applicable here in West Virginia, held that an elected official's Facebook page on which she discussed certain upcoming events and community issues constituted a, quote, public forum, and that the official engaged in unconstitutional viewpoint discrimination when she banned a constituent from her Facebook page. That was Davison versus Randall. The court found that the official acted under color of law when she banned the constituent because she treated the Facebook page as a, quote, tool of governance. Similarly, I once sued a notorious West Virginia state senator for an under color of law civil rights violation due to a rant about a constituent on his Facebook page. I'll link that video if you want to watch it. Thus, it's now settled case law in the Fourth Circuit that a constituent's constitutional rights extend to comments made on a public official's social media page. An official may not block protected speech on an account that's dedicated to their official duties. Officials may, however, delete speech that's not considered protected under the Constitution, such as speech that makes a true and immediate threat to another person, speech that incites others to imminently violate the law, or contains obscene language, as is very narrowly defined by the Supreme Court in the case of Miller versus California. And this is not limited to social media accounts that are officially noted or categorized as an official page of a public official. This can also extend to a public official's personal social media accounts, if that account is used to discuss public matters or for other public purposes. And this is actually just what happened in my West Virginia State Senate case. The courts will look at the content of the page, not just the title. And for that reason, the West Virginia ACLU developed this handy flow chart. And this chart is actually very helpful if you're trying to quickly and easily understand what the law is on this. So here, given the fact that the Fayette County Sheriff's Department Facebook page is both in title and in substance an official account, there's really no question that they could not delete comments and posters on their Facebook page just based on the viewpoints that they don't like, especially critical ones, because those are highly protected. At least not unless they contain speech that is not protected, such as threats or the narrow types of obscenities. Which, mind you, as far as police go, as I've discussed in other videos, F the police has been found multiple times to be protected speech. So yes, if a law enforcement agency does not want to have their feelings hurt, or is upset by comments that they are receiving, they can just delete the page, but they cannot delete the viewpoints. So as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoy discussing current events and the application of constitutional law to those events, please subscribe, share, and comment. If any of you have any idea what people were so upset about at the Sheriff's Department, by all means, please let me know in a comment. Remember, freedom is scary. Deal with it. I'll see you next time.